Hi, it's me, your boyfriend slash girlfriend slash day friend, favorite content creator. And I asked you guys questions and boy, did you answer. So we're doing a Q&A video, all right? This might be a regular on the channel. Who knows? This is my second time doing this. I opened up the AMA. I also realized I probably need to find a more like permanent location so people can see it instead of just using my community post because I post a lot. Anyways, let's just get to it. How would you add parry mechanics to date everything? Okay, so I have not, played date everything. However, it is a dating game, right? Which means there's rejection. I would quite simply parry the rejection away like a true parry master would. Someone says, we can't go on the date, bam. Someone says, or something says, hey, I'm too busy, right there. You parry that. And then the better you are at parrying, the more you can get down the choices to where they just say yes in the game, of course. That's how I would add parrying. Or I would just add a fighting game mechanic specifically to parry things. There are so many ways you can add a parry. It can be like a verbal parry, right? Social parrying, physical parrying, a mental parry. Parries are very, very versatile. And I feel like every single game should have it. I don't think I'm wrong in that assessment. Every single game should have a parry mechanic. Vote for me and I'll make sure all your games have parries in it. What's your skincare routine? Oh. It's nothing crazy. I'm just black. But also I use moisturizers. I start off my day with my CeraVe. I actually have the baby formula one. Not formula, but the one for like babies because I feel like it's good enough for a baby, good enough for me. And that's pretty much it. I have a beard oil that I use from obviously my beard. And that's it. I tend to eat fairly healthy, so I don't break out as much, although I'm breaking out a little bit. But I've kind of also been blessed, genetically in that regard. Not on my bones though, because, oh man, my joints hurt all the time. I guess that's what you get for being 6'9". Why gift the right-wing ding-dongs by assuming gacha games are for them? The girls, the gays, and theys, and cosplayers love those games too, especially the costume design. They're too media illiterate to realize how progressive a lot of the storylines are too. It's because gacha games appeal to gooners. Like, not solely gooners, but a lot of the people who are popular, who make content on that, who people at least know about, like outside of like the industry, outside the community, are gooners. It's like saying, why do people think VTubers are lollies? And you look at most VTubers, not all of them, but most of them have some sort of lolly aesthetic going on. Also, crazily racist. There's such a huge racism problem in VTubing, but that wasn't the question. But yeah, these people aren't going to look at things for the story, right? They're not going to talk about progressive storylines. These people don't analyze media. Like you said, media literacy. These people don't analyze media. They literally will look at Gundam and go, cool robot. Why are you trying to make this about war and be woke? Like, that's their mindset. So if they get a game where they can purchase cute lolly girls or big titty anime waifus, that's all they're going to focus on. That's because that's all characterization to them is, are the titties bouncing or can I get my sort of pedocon vibe off? If the answer is yes to either, they're in it. And those are the people, because they are mostly perverted in a bad way, derogatory. I'm perverted in a healthy way. Ethical gooner here. That is the content they put out. Like, people told me this, right? That Tectone got his start in that space. And he's a massive fucking pervert, again, derogatory, and also a sex pest, which of course is derogatory. But that was like the face of it. There weren't big content creators who were in that space. And the second one, to my knowledge, was Lakari. And you also see how that went, right? So it's mostly just like a VTubers. Unfortunately, it's just bad PR, man. You guys have shit PR. You just do. And on top of that, gacha games have gacha mechanics, which a lot of people, including myself, aren't big fans of. So it's already an uphill battle. And then on the top of that hill, you have bald sex pest. Sorry. So what make a grifter to, I think what makes a grifter to me, and how do you feel when so many people try to argue that they answered their word wrong? Okay, I'm gonna try to parse this better. I think what this is asking is, in my opinion, what is a grifter, and how do I feel when so many people saying that like they're misusing the word grifter? If that's the case, I would say a grifter is a con man. A grifter is trying to sell you something, sell you solution that is not real to a problem that they've most likely made up, right? If we're talking about in the context of just the video game side and what I've been dealing with, then yeah, to me, it's people who go out of their way to create a problem and offer a solution that fixes neither the imaginary problem or anything. It's just a way to line their pocket. It's the snake oil salesman. It's people telling you that video games are bad, which isn't true, but the quality of video games are decreasing because there's people who look like me, or people who are queer, or people who are trans working in the games or in front of the games. Instead of saying the reason why some games might be bad in quality is because of the situations that developers often put in, poor management, crunch, tight financial constraints, or the higher ups not having good, clear vision. So they want to institute things in games that we as consumers don't want, like making a studio that notoriously does single player games do a battle royale, live service, multi-pass bullshit, right? Like that's what I consider grifters. And the people who say like the term's just misused and doesn't have any sort of like weight to it, those people are probably just also grifters, because it's the same thing when people go, oh, the word racist doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like, no, it does. It does. You just don't like the fact that you meet this criteria now. Because in their eyes, like, right, racism is someone has to wear a white hood, call me the N-word, and burn a cross on my lawn. Then it's racist, right? Anything short of that is just like, you're being sensitive. These guys aren't grifter. Asmongold's not a grifter. Tectone's not a grifter, even though Tectone literally admitted to grifting. They're just real and authentic. Yeah, these are their real authentic views that they've held since Trump's second inauguration. Yeah, these are real views. Yeah, these people you see on the internet who make thumbnails going like, talking about Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, those people really care about video games, because real gamers are definitely concerned about what a consulting company's doing. Real gamers are real obsessed with one journalist. That's real. Those aren't grifters at all. They're definitely not trying to get you mad in order to profit off your outrage. Nope, no siree. They're talking about real issues like why Lara Croft is ugly. Why Aloy is just a girl boss. That's nothing too. These grifters and their acolytes, they always use the same buzzword terminology. Does not matter the situation. They will inject girl boss, DEI, woke, gay, anything like that, modern audience into literally everything. Like there is such a formula that they follow that it's so impossible for anyone to ever misconstrue what a grifter on the online space is. They follow the exact same formula. Take anything that could be seen as progressive, say this is for the modern audience, equate that with being bad, and that's it. Regardless if the thing is successful or a failure, that's it, it's done. That's all they do. They offer a one-sided criticism through the same made up narrow lens of they're making things worse to make it more appealing. That's it. Sorry, I kind of went on a tangent, but you guys obviously know I have a lot of feelings and thoughts about these grifters. Maybe I should just do like a stream on that, or a video on that. Who knows? Sorry. Next question. What made you study criminology in college? Has the subject always been something of interest to you, or did you end up being a person who switched your major in college when you realized criminology was something you wanted to go in? Damn. I wasn't even where people listened to me when I said I had a degree in criminal justice. But yes, a little bit of column A, mostly column B. I was originally in animation major. And then that didn't last very long because they were like, hey, you're 6'9", you're in college, go play some basketball for us. And I was young. I graduated high school when I was 16, so I was in college when I was like 17. Well, also 16, but turned 17. I had some time. I played some more basketball, but then after that, I was like, well, can't do animation anymore. What do I want to do? Like, well, I want to be a detective. I want to solve crimes because ultimately I wanted to help people, right? And I was, again, very young and very naive, and thought if I become a federal agent, I can help people on the highest level because I'd have all this jurisdiction, all these things. And then my conscience and my morals were like, these don't align. You can't do this. You are literally having panic attacks because you don't want to be in situations where you are ruining people's lives. So ultimately, I didn't go on that path, but I did major in that in college. And I realized that I really love the behavioral aspect of that, like finding out the situations that lead to criminal activity, right? What we consider to be criminal in the first place, how people are falling through the cracks, recidivism rates, prisons, for-profit prisons, like just the history of policing, all that stuff, community policing, the Kansas City Police Department experience, the broken windows theory, like all these things, all this like sociological phenomenon that lead to these outcome situations really intrigued me. And then from then on, I just kind of started, focusing on like more behavior side of things. That's why sometimes you guys hear me talk about shit, I bring up the like behavioral aspect of why people do certain things. They get certain types of reinforcement, they or conditioned this way, which is why sometimes when you guys see me being really, 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 really mean to people, seemingly out of nowhere, it's because I know that their expectation is that this is their routine. They get to act like dumbasses and dickheads, and then everyone has to be nice to them because they have to take the high road. And then the minute someone doesn't take the high road and gives them that same energy, they don't really know how to react because they haven't been conditioned that way, and it catches them off guard. So if you ever see me being mean to someone, just know I'm doing it out of love. But yes, to answer your question, yes, it was more so the latter. I wanted to do something else, and I sort of just fell into criminology. What do you think of J. Cole's new album? Okay, so contrary to my appearance, and not just the skin, but like how my hair is looking, I have not listened to the new J. Cole album. So I don't want to give you like a super short answer. So I will say that I like the Bad Bunny halftime show. I think it was really well produced. Like some of the shots works they used, the Spike Lee dolly shot was mixed the interspersing of pre-recorded footage, and his live performance was fantastic. I really love the fact that he added some people like Lady Gaga, which was completely, to me, like out of left field. Ricky Martin was there. Like, obviously he had more like Puerto Rican people there. I thought it was really nice too that he went out of his way to be real nice to a bunch of sensitive people and said that, we're all American and the only thing that can overcome hate is love. Which of course made a lot of good Christian folks and conservatives irate. How dare he say that we are all one people and we should love each other and overcome hate and talk about unity? That's un-American. Every millennial has that one shitty license game that they actually love. What's yours and why, outside of your love for the IP? Okay, here's the thing. I don't think this was shitty. And I think you'd agree with me when I say it was the X-Men Origins Wolverine game. That shit had Wolverine going ham. He could heal in real time, unless you had like the fucking Nintendo version. He could heal in real time. You actually felt like Wolverine. It made you really feel like the Wolverine. And it was cool. They added more comic booky stuff in there too, which I've always fucking wanted. It was great. I had good taste in licensed stuff because I only fuck with the Wolverine movie game and then Lion King game. The Lion King game, by the way, made real gamers. That shit was not easy. That was, the licensed games in the 90s were not like easy. They were fucking hard, man. Oh God, the Hakuna Matata level alone. What made you wake up one day and decide to subject yourself to the gaming chat insanity that you subject yourself to? Hate. Hate is a powerful motivator. And I genuinely, and I've actually talked about this to another creator. His name is, I think I mentioned before, his 8-bit close fist. And even Crimes New Realm, they can vouch for me. I hate all of this. I hate it to the very core. Video games are one of my first loves and one of my truest loves, okay? I love this shit. I truly do. So when I see these people, these talentless hacks who need to emotionally get people riled up just so they can let them, act like their worst self, and then talk about how everyone else is a tourist and talk about games in an ahistorical manner and try to sprinkle in some white bullshit, white supremacist bullshit. Some, it's always been white people only this, white people only that, guys only this, guys only that. Such a myopic and, again, ahistorical view of video games. It pisses me off to no end. And maybe this is my neurodivergent trait of, you know, a little bit of justice sensitivity, but I'm not even lying. It's pure hate. I hate that shit. Like, when I tell you I hate these motherfuckers, I do. I love the fact that people get to dunk on them too, and people get to see just how fucking empty and hollow they are. Like, I'm not fucking around. I hate these people. They are the worst kinds of people. They take a hobby that people have been united over for decades. People love to talk about. We used to be excited to talk about new shit, right? And now every time we want to talk about a game, there's 1,000 fucking people going, that's woke and gay. They're making it gay. It's woke now. I can't look at the girl's skirt anymore like I did in the first game. This is woke and stupid and gay now. Like, we don't even get to talk about the cool aspect of shit. I don't even get to hate on certain games anymore because now it's like, I have to be like, no, I don't agree with these guys, but this game does have flaws, right? Like, I hate the writing here. Oh, that's because they're, I hired Sweet Baby Inc. and they made it more woke and gay. It's like, no, shut the fuck up. It's because obviously, like, this is a new studio, or obviously they just thought that they could have this character be in here to pander to somebody. But that doesn't mean pandering in itself is wrong, because you guys were pandered to for the entire time, and you had no problem with that. But you can recognize when characters are written fully fleshed out and are two-dimensional, one-dimensional people. Like, you understand, like, that just happens. But we can't even have those conversations anymore because I have to deal with these dumbasses all the time on the internet going like, they're just thinking people are checkboxes. Yes, that's bad. But your solution is that's why they shouldn't have gay people in video games. Or they can have black people in games, but only in this very specific way, i.e. never in my fantasies. And they have to be gang members or something gang adjacent. Otherwise, I can't handle it. Unless they're comic relief. And then when anyone questions you, you can pull out good old reliable Lee Everett and be like, I liked Lee Everett. And he wasn't any of those things. And I can't name a single other black character, but I said Lee Everett. So there you go. And maybe his name's Everett Lee. Does it really matter? No. But it's hate. It's pure hate. It's love of gaming and discourse and hatred of these fucking grifters. That's what I decided I couldn't do it anymore. I shifted my entire content over. Who is your Oshi? I'm going to keep it a being with you. I got to look it up real quick. Hold on, give me a second. Oshi is a Japanese term for one's favorite member of an idol group, anime, or celebrity. Oh, okay. So do you mean like my favorite Oshi that's in the context of like the creator space? Because I have, can I have multiple Oshis? I'm going to say I can. So like there's creators I look up to, even though I don't do the kind of stuff they do because I can't sit and do in deep dive. I tried, I can't. I tried with the horses video. I tried with Annabelle. I tried, I just can't. I'm sorry. But like TG Fair Hunter, it's fucking great. Tango Mushi, I love their stuff. I like obviously like the Jacob Gellers. I watch a lot of like gaming kind of bread tubers. So like also like random stuff too, like Dungeon Chill, Modular, like those people who do deep retrospectives, K-Bash. But in terms of people who do like similar content to me, well, I should say I do similar to them because they're definitely the OGs in this stuff. I honestly don't really watch that many like commentators just because I feel like I don't want to sound like I'm like aping off of someone else. But I do watch I watch so many fucking creators. If you ever watch my streams, you'll see me just going through my YouTube channel. I have so many people, like I have so many people. But this is just in the creator space. Oshi also said favorite anime character. So I'll just say Yusuke Urameshi. As an Asian who has fallen down the alt-right pipeline, what advice would you give to these people who have fallen down the pipeline? Watch my stuff. Watch other creators' stuff who are showing you the pitfalls of that kind of ideology, right? Because at the end of the day, I believe most people fall off these pipelines because they need a sense of belonging. And so it's so easy to reach people at their lowest point and say, hey, the reason why you're angry and upset is because that guy over there or these people over there or that person right there is to blame. Come join our group where we blame these people. And then you get more and more and more misery. You don't get better. So I would say, again, watch my stuff, watch other people's stuff. And also just like, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, but like, stop and think for a second, right? Like What are you getting out of this? If you are, fuck it, I can talk whoever I want. If you watch like Andy Pants, Asmongold, Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, what is the outcome? Because you were already angry. You were already angry. You were so angry you started watching these guys and it felt good. But what's after that? Are you making friends? Are you in healthy relationships? Because like the people you're supporting aren't. Andy Pants lost custody of his kid. Asmongold is rotting in a house and he's like basically agoraphobic. Doesn't make go places. Has nobody. I tell him, I mean, you saw that you must have seen my videos, right? Like, that's not a happy life either. Hell, Rev says that's lost his sponsorship. What's his name? Chibi Reviews just revealed that he lost everything. His fiance, his friend group, his family, gone. Abandoned him. These people aren't happy. Grums is a 60-plus-year-old man on the internet talking about how women shouldn't have a voice, especially in gaming, because a hired voice actress for Blizzard, the company he used to work for 20-plus years ago, said that she agreed with the fans that they should have her character's model, I believe her name was Anran, should look more like they did in their character release. Like, just start looking like, hey, don't you think it's weird that you guys keep saying woke is dead, and yet every video you put out, you talk about how things are still too woke, even though you said you've won? So like, what's the end goal? Are you just going to be angry the entire time? Those guys don't talk about anything joyful. I've always said, and you don't have to take my word for it, go to their channels. Just click on a random video. I did in my last video by Andy Pants. Click on their videos. How many videos do they have where they're joyful or happy about something outside of a game they are ideologically opposed to, like failing, right? Like, oh, I don't like Microsoft because it's woke now. Okay, what do you like? Oh, games from 30 years ago? Okay, so nothing really, right? Like, I think one of the best things you can do is once to get out of the pipeline is just the people who they talk about, who say these people are dumb and woke or stupid. Watch one of their videos and then just see who's more closer to the objective reality. The people saying that the reason why X game failed is because characters weren't hot enough, or people like me who are saying, hey, Code Violet is the exact game you guys said we weren't allowed to make. They made it and everyone hated it, but it has a hot character. So why did it fail? Was it because of the reasons that people like me have stated, that you can't just have a hot character? And then you keep going from there. Why is First Descendant not blowing up the charts? That's just hot characters, right? Why is a game like Horizon, why is the Horizon series 40 million sales deep and it has quote unquote ugly girl bosses that people don't like, but 40 million people bought the games? Like, that's when you start to say like, hey, things aren't jiving. These people are lying to you. But because, you know, I'm a content creator on the internet, just watch my stuff too. Just watch my stuff. Just whoever you need to talk to, be like, hey, watch TTBN Gaming stuff. He makes fun of these losers. It's a great time. And you understand that most people are making fun of you. Like, sometimes I just type in the people's names and I see like Andy Pants especially. You type in his motherfucking name, there's just a list of videos people going in on him. Like, but yeah, I think I've answered this question for way too long. I'm so sorry. Have you played Kill It With Fire Duology? It's really fun. Is that the one with spiders? Because I think I played the first one for a little bit, like the demo, and I was like, oh, I'll get it when it comes out, and I didn't. I didn't get it. Okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes the things up here, it's like I have to be motivated. I probably do need to have some sort of test done, most likely for ADHD. But no, I didn't play Duology. To answer your question, do you see an ending to the grifting nonsense? And if so, what does it look like? What does it take? Also, thank you for being a voice in this frustrating times. I'll answer the last one first. Thank you for allowing me to be this voice. I truly appreciate that, because a lot of the times, I mean, because I'm recording, I am literally sometimes screaming into a void. You guys just can't see it because I'm magic. But thank you for listening to this voice. Well, do I see an ending to this in this form? Yes, 100%. I've even had videos talking about how the momentum is shifting. And people are tired of people just always being negative about every fucking game coming out. And so far as to what does that look like? It's simple. It looks like the views dropping off. It looks like the engagement falling down. It looks like what Grums is doing, where first he had a little bit of emotion. People were talking to him. I think had Elon Musk respond to him once. And now he has to say shit like women shouldn't speak. It's these grifters who are now getting more and more political. Look at fucking Smash JT. Something he's talking about Kerr Starmer. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck is going on over there. He doesn't know. But they're sensing that the ship hasn't sank, but it's definitely taking on a lot more water than they're used to. And so they're trying to get on lifeboats. They're trying to find other outs, right? It's like Nux Taku, who used to just talk about anime, then suddenly started talking about internet drama, then suddenly hard pivoted to political shit, right? These people don't have any convictions, so it looks like them just hopping on to the next topic. It's them suddenly going from politics, and then once, you know, the wokeness comes back in full swing, they're going to pretend it never happened. But yes, I absolutely do see that happening. And a lot of it is coming from the fact that, and if you guys will allow me to get a little political on this channel, much like how the broader society is becoming more and more sour on Israel, and it's just blatant violence towards the Palestinians, and people are being more and more vocal about the Epstein files, people and ICE, people are also in this space being more and more vocal about these fucking losers. You had larger creators than myself, which is not that hard to have. We have larger creators than myself talking about these topics. You have them doing these videos on these grifters, right? And I think one of the big shots, honestly, was the Axeman Andy Pants debate. Like, that really did shine a light for a lot of people. Like, hey, there's a lot of people in this space who are really disingenuous and actually are just straight up grifters who will do anything for money. And then you're starting to see more and more people, even newer creators, pop off and going like, hey, yeah, I hate this shit. This is actually really bad. You have people like Anthony Gamigula, you have the Birdman, you have I mean, obviously myself, you have Eric the Bunks, you have I would say like SK, you have these people who are just like Never Not June, right? You have these people who are like, hey, some of them are bigger and older, some of them are newer, but rising up, and it's like, we also hate this shit. And then you see even I won't say even, but like Tony Cena, right? His great video talking about grifters ruin everything. And you saw the response on his video and then the responses to his videos. And then on his video, you see people going like, damn, they cooked you, but you were completely right. But then you see that these grifters have such an echo chamber in their own comment section, and they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You're not really seeing these thoughts out in the wild as much as you used to. I'm sorry I'm talking a lot about this topic, but I truly do believe that we are seeing an end. I would say this has maybe a year and a half at most, because the discussion points have become so predictable that literally, if you watch my recent video on Andy Pants, I predict what he's going to say and do. They don't have anything new. There's no new insight. Even if you're angry, which kind of bleeds into the other topic I was asked here, but even if you're angry and you're like, oh, games are so bad and they're terrible, it gets to a point. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, so again, now what? How much more angry can you be? What are you going to do? Watch more videos that get you more angry? Have more confirmation bias? Okay, cool. But it doesn't fix anything. And then your content creators just puts out the same 3 videos. The characters are ugly, DEI, and then some consulting agency. And that's it. That's it. It's just the combination of those 3. Oh, there's a woman in this game? Oh, it's woke. Oh, there's black people in this game? Oh, it's a DEI. Oh, there's queer people in the game? Oh my God, it's getting ruined. And that's the only conversation they have. And then people are like, hey, can you give me more than that actually? Can you actually like maybe analyze why this game didn't do well? Right? Like, that's what it looks like. People are just going to be fucking tired of it. All right, so this is the last one. How would you fix these fandoms that have been long infested with delusional chuds, preferably without jail time? Oh, okay. There goes my solution. No. It would be, honestly, fuck, it's my channel. Having people like me in those spaces. Just people who are so fed up that they make it basically hostile for them to have these dumbass chud opinions. Because what these people hate more than anything, and it doesn't matter how small of an account you are, I promise you, I'm a living proof of this. They hate pushback. They hate it so much that it gets to them. Because why is someone, my account, not even 10K followers, right? Why am I in people's subreddits? Why am I suddenly, even the ones say like I'm a lol cow, whatever, why would you get so riled up over someone who you have literally 100 times the following count of? Because these people are fragile. That's why they go to these communities when they want to infest, they have no one challenge them, and they get real big mad. I'm going to send my audience to whatever. But they hate that pushback. The second someone sees that it's possible to push back against them, more and more people will push back against them. I have seen this happen 100 times in multiple fandoms. There are people who are being pushed back against in the power scaling community. Do you understand what I'm saying? People in the power scaling community get together and be like, this is too much. This has gone a bridge too far, right? Because ultimately, what nerds like to do is argue, but they like to argue in a way where it's not the only thing happening all the time. Nerds want to get on the internet and say why this game sucks and why your games is fucking trash, or why their games is better, or whatever, but then still be able to have conversations about like, you know what episode 13, did you know in this game, They want to be able to do that. They truly want to be able to do that. When you just go to a comment section, like a video that hasn't been tarnished by these losers, you will see people talking about like, oh man, I can't believe this. Or even they're like, actually in episode this happened, you missed this. I get that in my video sometimes. When people are agreeing with it, they're just like, actually, this is incorrect. This is correct. Because nerds like arguing and being correct. So when people are delusional, it makes it not fun. Because if someone's trying to tell you that 2 + 2 is 4, and you're like, oh no, it's not. It's not fun. It's not fun. Again, going back to power scaling, it's fun to be like, who would win the fight, Goku versus Superman? Because that's never been done before. But it's not fun to say this character has all the powers in the universe and can't be beaten. That's not fun. It's not fun to be like, oh, well, these person's powers don't work because in this universe, it only states it works on people who have chakra, and these guys don't have chakra, so Naruto loses. Then why are you matching up against Luffy? Huh? Why are you doing all that? Why are you scared? Why doesn't chakra work? Oh, but fucking hockey does? They haven't explained how hockey works, okay? Sorry, I'm getting a little bit too into the weeds, but you get it. That's how you fix it. It is a form of self-policing for certain, but it has to be done. And I'm not talking about gatekeeping, right? I'm talking about house cleaning. There are people in fandoms who only want to be in those fandoms specifically so they can either rile people up to get them to like respond to them, get engagement, or for their want you to subscribe to their YouTube channel, their Kick, their Patreon, whatever. We live in a society now where people are heavily incentivized to piss people off so they can come to their channels, so they can follow them on Twitter, so they can follow their Instagram. No more. Don't let them do it. Like in certain communities, sometimes you can just ignore it. In other communities, you gotta make a YouTube video and talking about this person's a fucking dumbass, and GTA 6 is not going to do terribly. It's not going to suck because you picked 3 characters from a fucking online DLC as if they were the only 3 characters and did a very disingenuous interpretation of what's happening. For example. All right, you guys, well, that was a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. So I guess I'm going to end this here, but thank you so much for those of you who responded. You're the real fans. For everyone else, it's Black History Month. Do better. I will give you one more opportunity to do better. Okay. We got 12 responses. I want to have at least double the next time. We're going to have another video for Black History Month so I can give you guys a chance to redeem yourselves. So be on the lookout for that. And like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Okay, bye.